Hey guys, Sam here with the Film Fan Club. We got a double whammy for you this Throwback Thursday as we're gearing up for the Oscars, talking about a couple Best Picture winners. First, let's talk about The King's Speech. It was the Best Picture winner in 2011. Okay, The King's Speech. I got this a few weeks ago, or actually a few months ago, really. I bought it on Blu-ray just on a whim because I'd always heard that it's really good. I really enjoyed Tom Hooper, who directed The King's Speech. He also directed Les Miserables. I love that film. It was one of my favorite movies from 2010, so I was really looking forward to see the film that got him the Best Picture nomination, or the Best Picture Oscar, actually, the year that it was up for it. And the movie stars Colin Firth. He plays George the Sixth as he becomes king, and it kind of takes place, before and after, and kind of it ends with going into World War II. And it shows some aspects that were kind of hinted at in the Crown, the Netflix show The Crown, like how he was the first living king to ever succeed another living king. His brother stepped down from the throne so he could marry someone, and it was all very interesting stuff. But what I'd never heard about was his speech impediment. I never really knew that he had a stammer. I never knew about this stuff, or just a different side to this person who was just portrayed in this certain light in The Crown. So it was an entire different new story to me, and it was just very interesting. Just from the beginning. Of course, whenever we meet Geoffrey Rush, who is, I think, my favorite character in this, he's an actor, and I guess he helped fellow actors with kind of their linguistics and stuff like that, help them kind of perform better so they can enunciate well, things like that. And he just has a knack for it, and their bond in this film is really the backbone of this. It really. The film, I mean, it's got beautiful cinematography. Helena Bonham Carter plays a very great role, a good supporting role as the queen, as George's wife. And she does very well. But really, this film, if it wasn't for Colin Firth and Geoffrey Rush, and then also the writing, I didn't write down the name of the writer of this film, which I should have, because it's really a central. It's just it really ties everything together in a way that's just, it puts a nice bow on it. It's just perfect. It holds this film together. What makes you care about it, and not only, it's not like a homosexual thing or at all. They're just these two guys. He sees the best in this guy Bertie, who has this stammer, and he could become the king one day, and he helps him. And then Bertie doesn't really believe in himself, but these other people do believe in him. So it's just kind of a nice arc where he gets to have this courage that he didn't previously have. And the way that Tom Hooper is able to tell this story through his unique cinematography style. I'm sure he's not the cinematographer. I'm sure the cinematographer himself also didn't write the name down, but he probably had a lot to do with the whole style. But just the way the framing of the shots are and the whole layout of it, the story's beautifully told. The music is well integrated into this film. It's a period piece, of course, because it takes place 1920s, 30s, I believe. I think 30s. I'm gonna go with 30s, and it's a wonderful period piece in that sense. It seems historically accurate. I mean, from as far as I know, it's a very interesting historical story to get to see. It's just really well written, well acted. The cinematography is great. The music, it's not really the music that there's nothing stands out to me. I wasn't listening to it on my way home, but it works enough well into the film that it's kind of well integrated. I love this film. I don't think that it's necessarily better than The Social Network, because I think it came out the same year as The Social Network. The Social Network's one of my favorite movies of all time, so it's just hard to beat that. But it's still just a fantastic film. It's probably going to end up being my second favorite film from that year, 2010. But I would have given the Best Picture to The Social Network, just based on just comparing these two right to another two. I think The Social Network's like a 9.5 out of 10 and like a 10 out of 10 maybe even. That's just a great film. I need to do a Throwback Thursday review of that sometime. But The King's Speech, it's definitely up there. It was amazing. It blew me away. Is it better than Les Miserables? That's another thing. That's another question I'm not gonna be able to answer right now. I'll have to do a Throwback Thursday review of Les Miserables and then compare The King's Speech and Les Miserables. But for now, I loved it. I don't think, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and give The King's Speech, fantastic film. I'm considering giving it a higher, but I'm going to go ahead and settle for now on 9 out of 10. Thanks for checking this video out, guys. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like I mentioned, we're going to be doing another Throwback Thursday review, talking about The Artist, coming up later today, so you want to be subscribed for that. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, at Samuel D. Carrico. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.